Every cruise line says they're the best. Their ads show empty pool decks and golden sunsets. Nobody shows you the 40-minute elevator wait or the cold pasta. So I did the work nobody else did. I went through hundreds of verified reviews from Cruise Critic, Trustpilot, and Consumer Affairs, all from the last 12 months. I tracked satisfaction scores line by line, and 6 major cruise lines have dropped significantly. I'm counting down from smallest decline to biggest, and the line at number 1 genuinely shocked me. Let's go. Princess has an identity crisis. The older ships feel tired, worn carpets, dated rooms, maintenance clearly got cut somewhere, but the new mega ships, Sun and Star Princess, aren't helping either. They're too big and too busy for the traditional princess passenger who wants quiet enrichment talks and a gentle evening. Those loyal guests are boarding and finding a ship that doesn't feel like princess anymore. Food swings wildly, night to night. One evening, it's excellent. Next evening, it's cafeteria. Service feels stretched because it is stretched. Too many passengers per crew member. And the Medallion app, when it works, it's clever. When it crashes, and reviews say it crashes constantly, you're locked out of your cabin at midnight, waving a metal disc at a door that ignores you. Princess can't decide if it's a mega ship resort or a classic premium line. Until it picks a lane, both audiences leave disappointed. Cool white and aqua reflections ripple over steel surfaces. MSC builds gorgeous ships. Italian design, stunning atriums. The marketing photos look like floating art galleries. Then you board, and it's chaos. Breakfast buffet feels like a contact sport. Pool deck is standing room by 10 a.m. Guest services staff are described as blunt and dismissive, especially toward American and British passengers used to a warmer approach. Food consistency is the other major complaint. Same ship, same night. One restaurant is great, while another serves cold food, with a shrug. MSC is growing faster than anyone, building ships at record speed. But the hardware is outpacing the people. The ships are stunning. The experience inside them, not keeping up. This one stings. Royal Caribbean built the family cruise market, and the new ships are engineering marvels, but 2 things are dragging them down hard. First, the older fleet feels abandoned. All the money goes to Icon and Star of the Seas, while 10-year-old ships collect stains and broken fixtures. Book an older Royal Caribbean ship expecting the Icon experience, and you'll be crushed. Second, the new ships sail so full that everything suffers. 6,000 passengers means lines for elevators, slides, restaurants, and coffee. Crew are visibly exhausted. Response times have slowed, and the nickel and diming has gotten aggressive. Reserved show seating costs extra. Premium dining slots cost extra. Faster Wi-Fi costs extra. Every interaction now feels like a cash register opening. Royal Caribbean still builds incredible ships, but the distance between the commercial and reality keeps growing. Norwegian made every wrong headline in 2025, and passengers haven't moved on. Extra charges for additional entrees in the main dining room. The daily printed program, killed. Cabin steward visits, cut from twice to once a day. Each cut feels small alone. Together they feel like the whole experience is being hollowed out. The new Prima class divided the fan base. Modern design, yes, but the layout confuses people. Outdoor space feels limited, and the atmosphere reads cold compared to older breakaway ships that had real personality. Meanwhile, the older fleet is dragging ratings into the ground, peeling paint, broken fixtures, dining that feels like an afterthought. Norwegian used to mean freedom. Now freestyle feels like code for, we removed things and hoped you wouldn't care. Passengers cared. A lot. Nobody saw this coming. Disney was supposed to be bulletproof, but at roughly double the price of Royal Caribbean for the same size cruise passengers expect perfection, and perfection isn't showing up anymore. Disney Treasure, the newest ship, is getting crowding complaints. Pool areas are too small for the passenger count. The dining rotation confuses first-timers. And the food, Disney's untouchable strength for years, is now being called theme park quality rather than cruise quality. At $300 per person per night, theme park quality isn't good enough. Families who booked Disney every year are now skipping years or switching to Royal Caribbean at half the price with bigger ships and more things to do. The Disney name still carries weight, but the name alone can no longer justify the gap between the price and the product. The biggest fall, and the most anger behind it. Longtime Carnival fans are livid. The loyalty program was completely restructured. Shifting from nights sailed to annual spending. Passengers with 20 cruises under their belt had their status wiped overnight, replaced by a system that rewards big wallets over faithful guests. But that's just the loudest complaint. Underneath it, reviews describe bland, repetitive food, scaled-back entertainment, and a growing behavior problem on short party cruises. Reviews mention fights, aggressive drunkenness, families feeling genuinely unsafe. The older ships, and Carnival has many, look exhausted. Stained carpets, broken fixtures. The fun ships don't feel fun anymore. They feel neglected. Carnival still carries more passengers than any line on Earth, but carrying the most doesn't mean satisfying the most, and that gap has never been wider. 6 lines, 6 drops: Princess, MSC, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, Disney, Carnival. But are any lines actually getting better right now? Yes, several are quietly climbing while these 6 slide. I broke it all down in this video right here, starting with the one that surprised me the most. See you over there.
In 2026, the cruise map has changed. Cities have banned ships, prices for extras have hit all-time highs, and new laws in Alaska and Europe mean your dream itinerary might actually be a 3-hour bus ride to see a city for 90 minutes. I track these changes constantly so you don't end up spending thousands on a vacation that feels like work. And this year, there are 9 specific types of cruises I am personally steering clear of. Some of these will surprise you. Some might even include the cruise you've already booked. But I'd rather you hear this now than find out the hard way on day 1. Your brochure says Amsterdam. Your brochure says Valencia. Sounds incredible, right? But here's what's actually happening in 2026. Amsterdam has cut river cruise access by 50% and moved many ocean ship terminals further out. Valencia has banned megaships entirely to reduce congestion. So where do you actually dock? Rotterdam, IJmuiden, some distant industrial port you've never heard of, and then you spend 3 hours on a bus just to see the city for 90 minutes before turning around and getting back on that bus. The fix is simple. Before you book any European itinerary, check the docking location. If it says transfer required anywhere in the port description, that's your warning sign. You're not visiting that city, you're visiting a car park near it. Skip it. Juneau, Alaska has a brand new hard cap this year. 16,000 passengers per day. That's it. Santorini is enforcing even stricter daily limits. Now, your ship will still pull into port. They'll still let you off. But if you're on the 4th or 5th ship to arrive that day, every tour operator is already fully booked. Every bus is gone. Every kayak rental is taken. You'll walk around the duty-free shop at the pier, maybe grab a coffee, and then get back on the ship wondering why you paid extra for that Alaskan itinerary. The hack? Use a site like CruiseDig to check how many other ships are in port on your specific date. If it's more than 3 ships, expect problems. Plan your excursions 6 months in advance, or don't bother with that port at all. This one is pure math, and the math has changed dramatically in 2026. Carnival just raised daily gratuities again. Suites are now hitting $19 per person per day as of April. Soda packages went up. Wi-Fi went up. Everything went up. So that cheap $400 cruise? Let's add it up. $400 for the fare, $140 for gratuities, $150 for drinks, $100 for Wi-Fi. You're already at $790 before you've stepped foot on an excursion or eaten at a specialty restaurant. Here's the twist most people miss. A premium line like Celebrity or Holland America that includes perks in the fare is often actually cheaper in 2026 than a budget line once you add all the new fees. The sticker price tricks you. Do the full math before you book. New ships are exciting. They're shiny. They're all over social media. And in 2026, there are several major launches, including Legend of the Seas. Never book the first 5 sailings of a new ship. Supply chain delays are still plaguing 2025 and 2026 launches. Passengers on early sailings consistently report canceled shows, unfinished pool decks, restaurants that aren't open yet, and crew that are still learning the layout of the ship themselves. Let the influencers endure the shakedown cruises. You book 3 months later when everything is actually working. The ship will still be brand new, but the experience will be 10 times better. Patience pays. The Mediterranean in July and August used to be the dream. Sun, history, beautiful ports. But in 2026, it's regularly hitting 40 degrees Celsius. That's 104 Fahrenheit. And it's not just the heat anymore, it's the new tourist taxes. Venice and other EU hotspots are charging entry fees. So you're paying extra money to walk around in conditions so extreme that elderly passengers are frequently confined to the ship by the medical team. The better move? Go in May or October. Shoulder season. Same ports. Half the crowds. 20 degrees cooler. Or do what the smart money is doing in 2026. Cool cashioning. Norwegian fjords. Iceland. That's the huge trend this year. And for good reason. 3-night weekend sailings used to be a nice quick getaway. In 2026, they've become something else entirely. The travel trend this year is the meekend, micro weekend. Young professionals packing onto short cruises to party harder than they would at any club on land. It's loud. It's crowded. It's aggressive. Unless you are specifically there to party from Friday night to Monday morning, steer clear. You will not relax. You will not sleep. And you will come home more tired than when you left. If you want a short cruise that's actually restful, look at 4 or 5 night sailings instead. That one extra day filters out most of the party crowd. This is the one that's going to upset people, but you need to hear it. In 2026, lines like NCL, MSC, and Celebrity have massively expanded their ship-within-a-ship concepts. The Haven, the Yacht Club, the Retreat. On the newest ships, the best pools, the best views, and the best sun decks are now locked behind these premium areas. You book a standard balcony cabin thinking you have access to the whole ship. You arrive on day 1 and discover that the adults-only pool you saw in the brochure requires a $500 keycard upgrade. The forward-facing observation deck, VIP only. If you're booking a standard cabin, look for ships with open layouts where the best spots aren't gated off. Virgin Voyages does this well. So do older Royal Caribbean ships. Otherwise, you're paying for a ship you can only use half of. In the past, booking a guaranteed cabin was smart. You'd save $50 to $100 and often get a free upgrade because ships weren't sailing full. In 2026, occupancy rates are projected at 105%. Ships are sailing completely packed. A guaranteed booking now means you get the leftover cabin nobody else wanted, the one under the gym, next to the anchor chain, with a partial view of a lifeboat. Pick your specific cabin number. Use a site like Cruise Deck Plans to check what's above you, below you, and next to you. That extra $80 buys you silence, and silence on a cruise ship is worth its weight in gold. With Carnival's new Celebration Key open on Grand Bahama and Royal Caribbean expanding Perfect Day at Coco Cay, cruise lines are now pushing 7-day itineraries where 2 of your port days are private islands. Sometimes you even stay overnight at one. These stops are massive profit centers for the cruise lines. Expensive cabanas, overpriced drinks, paid add-ons everywhere. They're theme parks on sand, not authentic travel. You're not seeing the Bahamas. You're seeing a corporate resort with a beach attached. If you want culture, history, and real Caribbean experiences, look for itineraries that stop in Nassau, Freeport, or Bimini outside of the private zones. Or choose a line that doesn't own an island at all.
Let's start at the bottom, the F tier. These are the lines I call the honeypots. They lure you in with a sticker price that looks too good to be true. You see a 7-night Caribbean sailing for $399. You think, how can I lose? Here is how you lose. Now, MSC has some of the most beautiful hardware at sea. Their ships are stunning. Swarovski crystal staircases, massive promenades. But pretty ships don't fix bad systems. In 2026, MSC is the definition of inconsistent. One week the food is decent. The next week, it's cold, bland, and inedible. One week the service is fine. The next week, you are waiting 45 minutes for a glass of water because they are chronically understaffed. And the cheap price? It's a myth. By the time you pay for the Wi-Fi that actually works, the drink package, because water isn't always free at dinner, and the daily gratuities, that $399 cruise is now $1,200. And you're spending your vacation fighting with guest services because your key card doesn't work. Unless you are booking their yacht club, which is expensive, the main MSC experience is a gamble I am not willing to take in 2026. If you are an American cruiser, Costa is likely a hard pass. It's a very specific European product. Smoking is more prevalent. The announcements are in 5 languages, so you never get a moment of silence. And the food options for the American palate are limited. Save your money. Avoid the headache. In 2026, F tier means frustration. Moving up to D tier, you can have a good time on these lines, honestly, but you're going to leave the ship feeling like you were shaken upside down for your loose change. I used to love NCL, but lately, they have turned nickel and dimming into like an Olympic sport. They market free at sea. Free drinks, free dining, free excursions. But nothing is free. You pay gratuities on the free drinks. You pay service charges on the free dining. And the free excursion credit is often just $50 off a $200 tour. But you know it gets worse. Want to race on that cool go-kart track? Pay up. Want to play laser tag? Pay up. Want to play mini golf on some ships? That's a charge to the room. Want a Starbucks? It's not included in the drink package. NCL ships are designed like floating shopping malls. There are walls everywhere blocking the ocean view, forcing you into venues where you have to spend money. The Haven, their suite class, is incredible. S tier, no question. But the standard NCL experience in 2026? It's a constant sales pitch. If you hate feeling like a walking ATM, honestly, stay away from the D tier. This is the controversial tier. These are the most popular cruise lines in the world. Millions of people love them. But, popularity does not equal quality. I have a soft spot for Carnival. They know what they are. They are the fun ships. They have the best quick service food at sea. Guy's Burgers, Blue Iguana Tacos, all free. The comedy clubs are great. The vibe is unpretentious. But the crowds. In 2026, Carnival ships are sailing at over 100% capacity. You will wait in line for food. You will wait in line for elevators. You will wait in line to get off the ship. The pool deck is a mosh pit of loud music, hairy chest contests, and chair hogs. If you are a college student, a young family on a budget, or a bachelor party, Carnival is S-tier fun. But if you are looking for relaxation, it's a C-tier nightmare. And here is the one that will make people angry. I am putting the mighty Royal Caribbean in the C tier for value. Yes, Icon of the Seas is an engineering marvel. Yes, the entertainment is Broadway quality. But the pricing model has broken. For 2026, a balcony on a new Royal Caribbean ship can cost $4,000 to $5,000 for a week. For that price, you should be getting luxury. You should be getting caviar and butler service. Instead, you are paying luxury prices for a mass-market experience. You are paying $5,000 to hunt for a plastic table at the Windjammer Buffet. You are paying $5,000 to be told the comedy show is fully booked because you didn't reserve it 3 months ago on the app. The hardware is A tier. The value? It's C tier. You are paying for the marketing hype, not the experience. Now we are getting to the smart money. If you are tired of the noise, the upsells, and the go-karts, you move to these tiers. So, people think these are floating nursing homes. Or, it's just for old people. But honestly, that's just wrong. These are for people who know math. Princess has this medallion technology. Food and drinks delivered to you anywhere on the ship. No lines. The Wi-Fi? It's actually some of the best at sea. Now, Holland America? They've got the best live music, period. B.B. King's Blues Club, Rolling Stone Rock Room. The ships are traditional, sure. No water slides, no surf simulators, just great food, calm decks, and itineraries that actually go to cool places. So, if you want to see Alaska or Europe in 2026, these are your safe harbors. This is the sweet spot, specifically the Edge-class ships. Celebrity sits right between mass market and luxury. You pay a little more than Carnival, but you get a massive upgrade in lifestyle. There's the martini bar culture, the rooftop garden. The main dining room food is actually edible, sometimes even great. The service feels personalized. They aren't trying to sell you a scratch-off ticket every 5 minutes. It feels like a boutique hotel that happens to float. For couples, honeymooners, or friend groups who want to drink nice wine and eat good steak without a mascot dancing in their face. Celebrity is the A-tier choice. We have arrived at the top, the S tier, the approved stamp. To be S tier in 2026, a cruise line has to respect your time and respect your money. There is only one line doing this perfectly right now. Virgin Voyages. I know what you're thinking, but it's expensive. But it's too weird. Listen to me. Do the math. When you book a Royal Caribbean cruise, the fare is just the down payment. You add the drink package, $80 a day. You add the Wi-Fi, $20 a day. You add the gratuities, $18 a day. You pay cover charges for the steakhouse, $60. On Virgin, it is all included, no gratuities. That saves you $300 a couple right there. No Wi-Fi fees. Essential drinks, soda, sparkling water, drip coffee, are free. And the food? There is no buffet. There is no main dining hall. Every restaurant is a specialty restaurant, and they are all included in the fare. The Korean BBQ, the upscale Mexican, the experimental kitchen. You eat like a king, and you never swipe your card. And the biggest value add of all? No kids. 18 plus. The pool deck is chill. The parties are actual parties, not middle school dances. The vibe is sophisticated, sexy, and relaxed. When you compare the final receipt, what you actually spent at the end of the week, Virgin often comes out cheaper than the big mega ships. Best food, best value, best vibe. In 2026, Virgin Voyages is the undisputed king of the tier list. So there you have it. The hierarchy of cruising has shifted. The days of blind loyalty are over. If you keep booking the same line because that's what we've always done, you are losing money. Don't book 2026 based on the shiny brochure. Book based on the bottom line. If you want the party and don't mind the crowd, Carnival. If you have an unlimited budget and want the biggest ship in the world, Royal. But if you want the best vacation for your hard-earned dollar, look at Celebrity. Look at Virgin. Avoid the F-tier traps. Don't get squeezed by the D-tier fees. And make 2026 your best year of travel yet. Thanks for watching. Subscribe so you don't miss the next one where I expose the cabin upgrades that are actually scams. And as always, cruise like a pro.